Alrighty, so my name is Tara Murphy. A little bit about my background. I've been in the industry for 16 years, and I've been teaching going on to my 12th year. I'm also the department head at the college, and so I have the pleasure of being able to meet all the new students as they come in, which is so exciting, and then also being able to sorry about that, but also being able to teach the students as well. Okay, so hopefully my animations don't go too fast like they just were. All right, so again, we are part of Everett Community College. The fantastic part about being a part of Everett Community College, excuse me, I'm gonna pause, I'm so sorry, I have to figure out how to turn those off. Apologize. But the fantastic part about being part of the college is we get to have all the benefits that the college offers. So all the financial aid and all the different ways to start the new or to start the program and get started is we get to take advantage of all those, which is fantastic. I'm so sorry, I'm going to get out of that. Okay, go. Okay, so we are located in Marysville. So we are one of the satellite schools. And so we are located in Marysville, right off State Street. We have two different programs. So we have cosmetology. So cosmetology encompasses all aspects of hair, natural nails, and maintaining the beauty of the skin. So that means any service that you could imagine with the hair. And then also we work on natural nails, and we also do temporary hair removal, whether it's straight razor or using a wax. And then we also provide facials. That program is going to be 1,730 hours. We also have a hair design program. So that is only going to focus on hair. So if it's something that you're like, well, I don't really know if skins and nails is the right path for me, the hair design might be that for you. That program is 1,500 hours. This is a newer license, and so it isn't in all 50 states. And so especially if you feel like you are going to be moving around, I would definitely go for cosmetology, as is cosmetology is located or is a license in all 50 states. So if you wanted to move, your license would be able to transfer. This can be completed within 5 quarters. And the amazing thing is we also have the option of getting your associate's degree. So you can take 3 additional business classes. And that really just kind of sets you up for success, being a stylist in general. And also if you want to take the path that Renee was speaking about with owning a salon or a salon suite, or even renting a booth. And again, that's an additional 3 classes that you have to take, so you can still get it, because you can take those classes concurrently, so you can still get it within that 5 quarters. We have a few different schedules that help accommodate all of our students. So we have a full-time schedule. That one is going to be Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. That is going to be a fall quarter start, which is September through December. Then we have a part-time schedule. This is a Monday through Friday from 12 to 4. This one just started in January, and because it's part-time, it goes for 2 quarters, and that one would be from January through June. This one really fits our high school students. While students are in high school, they can actually join the Running Start program. The fantastic thing about Running Start is they pay for up to 15 of your credits. You can actually attend the first year of cosmetology school for free, which is fantastic. And then we have our flexible schedule. This one is Tuesday through Thursday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. And this is a spring quarter start. Just kind of like to note that summer quarter is required. And then after your first quarter, you're able to switch schedules. So you're able to kind of accommodate it to your life at that time, which is fantastic. So how to get started? So you would take the, you would apply to the college. This is going to generate you a student ID number. For our program, we ask to have demonstration of readiness in Math 98 Math 60 or English 98. And again, the great thing is if you are in high school or have been in high school within the past 2 to 5 years, you can actually use your high school testing and high school transcript in order to get placement. And then if you are over 18, you would apply for financial aid, and that would help assist the funding portion of the program. So Running Start. So Running Start is really going to be fit for our high school students. You can join Running Start as a junior. They strongly recommend to be placed into English 101. They fund up to 15 credits per quarter. That doesn't include summer. So it's really fantastic. The only thing that you are responsible for are going to be the class fees. However, if you are in high school and actually have the free or reduced lunch, your class fees are waived. So that means you can join those classes 100% free for your junior and senior year. This supports both part-time and the full-time schedule. So step one is to meet with your high school counselor, speak to them about it, and then one of our Running Start advisors. And we work really closely with all of our Running Start advisors. And yeah, so really fantastic way to start, especially if you are still in high school. Some costs that you can anticipate. So tuition is going to be a quarterly cost. So the great thing about us being a public school is it is about half the tuition as most private cosmetology or barbering schools. So it's about 17 to 31 per quarter. And then also once you move on to the last class, you would purchase a lab mannequin for the winter, fall, and spring quarter, which is about $100. One-time fees is going to be your equipment kit. The fantastic thing about this is it includes all your mannequins and all your supplies that will take you through that first course into the salon floor at our school, as well as into your salon as a working stylist, which is fantastic. It really sets you up for the very beginning of your career. Educational materials, so your textbook and then an online test prep. We do recommend a iPad 2 or newer or a laptop. And then the licensing fees, which is the cost to actually take the state boards to get your license to become a cosmetologist. So what we do is we actually assist in finding different career opportunities. Again, national average says 35,000 for Washington State. I definitely can debunk that and say that it is way higher. However, I don't want to get false numbers. It's what Washington State has documented as a beginning barber or cosmetologist. I definitely think that you're way above that when you first begin. But we host 2 career fairs a year. This is where we bring salons in all over from the community. You are able to network with all of these salons. We do salon visits where you go into salons and meet with salon owners, salon stylists, people that booth rent. We also have mentor projects and internships. I know Renee spoke a little bit about the internships, and that's where you can actually go into salon and earn about 170 hours while you're attending school. So we do use iPads or the laptops quite frequently. We have our students do their before and after pictures on it to build their Instagram portfolios. They do quizzes on it. They use them during services to help with procedures because there's so much at the very beginning. And then of course we use them within class. The fantastic thing about this is from day one, you start an Instagram and you start building your business as a week 1 student. And then the fantastic thing is once you graduate, you can take that Instagram and turn it into a business Instagram, and you already have followers, you already have clients, and you already know how to work Instagram. And we really teach all the students about the algorithm. So that way they are up in the forefront when using Instagram as building a clientele. So the very beginning class, it's going to be the 211 class. So this is when you start in the fall, winter, or spring. It's a 1 to 20 student instructor ratio. So you'll never have more than 20 students with 1 instructor present. So there's always a lot of quality instructions and hands-on from us. After that, we do advanced lab classes. So this is, oh goodness, sorry. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. I'm so sorry. We do advanced lab classes. So this is going to be while you're on the salon floor. So you can kind of see right here a little bit of what our salon floor looks like. Each student gets their own station, but we have advanced color lab, cutting, barbering, and chemical texture labs. So we have Corey Gamble. He's actually works for Andis, which is a clipper brand, and he actually came all the way from Canada. And then Emmett Hensley, he actually owns 2 salons and is back into education. So he really focuses on curly and textured hair. We also have another barber that just did a fantastic barbering class, and he is located in Everett. And then we have Alicia Basham, who works for a product plan. So, and she's actually from California. So we really try to pull stylists from not only all over Washington State, but we do try to pull from different states as well. So we get a really well-rounded education. We do product knowledge classes. We have a professional dress code, which is all black plus a signature color. This quarter, that color is in a range of tans to oranges. And so you can kind of see a couple of our students and what they are wearing. We like to do creative dress days. So once a month, we have a really fun dress day just to make it not monotonous of wearing black every single day. We do a lot of marketing events where we go out into the public. We worked with the Cocoon House. We have worked with a lot of other, the YMCA, the homeless, or the haircuts for the homeless. We've done butterfly graduation. So all of that. To Lay the Tribe, we do back to school haircuts. So that way you kind of do outreach for the community. And then we have our career fairs. So just a couple pictures. We have salons from all over come in and our students network with them. And then at the very end, you're actually able to walk with all the other students in the graduation. So it's a really fun commencement ceremony, and all of us instructors get dressed up and join you guys. And then again, there's a little bit of our information. So we have our advising email, Tracy Schutz, which is our other advisor, and I'm Tara Murphy at the very bottom. And then lastly, we have a couple helpful links. The first one is going to be a link to our calendar. So you can book an advising appointment straight from that link. The second one is going to be a link that is going to get you started, and it has all the information, all the links that you'll need to get started on the program. So yes, I hope I didn't talk too fast. I was trying to stay within my time frame.
Tara, that was fantastic. Thank you so much.
Can
you talk a little bit about, well, there's so much information, but because you are doing in person, what about vaccines? Do you have to be vaccinated? Is that a requirement now?
Yeah, so our school is a vaccinated school. So what that means is we do ask you to fill out an attestation form, which states if you're vaccinated or not. And then it also has an option for religious or medical exemption. Yep. So we really, being a state school, we really have to follow and align exactly with what the CDC is doing. And we're held a little bit higher standards than high schools because we are higher ed. But yeah, so we are at 3 feet social distancing. We're at 75% capacity, where I know some of those are taken out from our K through 12 grades. But other than that, we have masks, we do 3 feet social distancing, but it kind of really seems like we're back to normal, which is nice.
And then with financial aid, is that going to cover your books and your tuition and all of that?
Yes. So financial aid, it really depends on each student's financial needs and background. But yes, it can cover all the tuition, books, and kits. We also just recently became a part of workforce training and the basic food and education training program. Both of those have additional funding. Both of those have additional funding that will pay for your books and also your tuition. So there's so many. I try to give all of the students all the free resources. I'm like, you can almost go to school for free or all the way free, which is fantastic.
Tara, you mentioned that you're starting to build your business, your clientele as you're learning in that. Is that something that's important when you're trying to get into a salon? Does it work like a portfolio? It's like I can bring you this much business, I can guarantee these customers will come in, or is that a selling point when you're applying?
I feel like it's a selling point. I feel like that Instagram, like when I first started doing hair 16 years ago, I mean, I was handing business cards out and walking from business to business. And now with social media, you can really just post it, post your availability, do before and afters, and really engage with your clients and potential clients. So I think 100% really kind of shows the stylist or the salon owners that you are prepared and ready to go and will be a good asset to their salon.
When you're learning all of this, I know friends that have done this, and they've always asked me to be a model so they can go in and, cut my hair, dye my hair, or back in the day, perm my hair or whatever. Sometimes it ended up great and sometimes it was a disaster, but does that still go on?
Yep, so we have a full working salon. So once you pass that first class, which is that first 3 months or 6 months if you do the part-time, you move out into the salon floor and we have a full-time working salon. So our students are taking clients, they're able to book requests. We do need hair models sometimes, so the students will have to go out and find models as well. But yeah, it's a completely working salon. We have all of our students track their retail, their request clientele, rebooking, retention, add-on services, and service sales. So yeah, it's just like a full working salon.